coming into tonight, the Rangers had 32 games left to play. They now have 31. They were 4 points ahead. They are 4 points ahead of the Carolina Hurricanes, who are streaking. They're playing much better, and the Hurricanes have 2 games in hand on the Rangers. So that made tonight's game against Colorado a big game, and it was every bit the game you would expect from 2 good hockey teams. It was a playoff atmosphere at the Garden from the first puck drop. The crowd was in it. They were hanging with the game every step of the way, as they usually do at the Garden with the Ranger fans. Rangers fell behind on a goal by Nathan McKinnon at 18-12 of the second period. So late in the second period, Rangers fell behind 1-0. Jonathan Quick gave up a goal. And then it was 1-0 all the way until 11-17 of the third period when Artemi Panarin scored his 31st and tied the game.
Off win by Zibanejad. Panarin on the line with Zibanejad and Kreider. Shot try, they score! Artemi Panarin! He's the man! They needed him to come up big, and he did!
It stayed tied until overtime, when at a minute 53 of the overtime period, Alexei Lafreniere sent everyone home.
Down to Zibanejad. Drops it off Lafreniere. Cuts in. Shoots. Lafreniere wins it in overtime.
And that right there, folks, is one of the best wins of the season for this team. And it was a big one. One of the best wins they've had all season. The Rangers have played well against good teams. The frustrating thing about this team is they played down to their opponent when they played bad teams like they did against San Jose out on the West Coast about 2 weeks ago. Giving up multiple goals in the third period, having a lead, blowing the lead. And that's what they've done. But overall, you can't be upset with what the Rangers have done. Now, I get it. Lately, they haven't been great. Okay? Lately, they've slipped a little bit, but it was going to be hard to keep up the clip that they were at. You know, they're 31-16-3. They got 65 points. Carolina's coming, so you can't let up any night if you're the Rangers. Carolina's coming. They've won 3 in a row. They're 4 points behind the Rangers, but they have 2 games in hand. So basically, they're even. You got to look at it like you're even with Carolina, because the Rangers are only 4 points up, and they played 2 more games. So Carolina's coming. It's become a 2-horse race in the Metropolitan Division. The Flyers have really faded. They've lost 5 in a row. The Islanders won tonight, but they have not played great lately. And both of those teams, the Flyers are 56 points, 9 points behind the Rangers, and the Islanders are 54, 11 points behind the Rangers. You're looking at a 2-horse race between Carolina and the Rangers. And Carolina, I think, is still yet to play their best hockey. I think the Rangers have probably played their best hockey, and that's okay. You know, they're not going to have another 18-3, run in them. But that's okay. They built up a nice cushion. They've held on. They've kind of gone through some lulls in the season for the team. They've gone through some stretches where they haven't played well. They've overcome some injuries to some key players, which are things that like the teams like the Devils have not done. The Devils never got this season off the ground. They're 51 points. They're hanging around the cellar of the Metropolitan, and it doesn't look like they're getting any better. And Colorado tonight is a good team. Jonathan Quick, you cannot say enough about Jonathan Quick. He has stepped up for this team in a major, major way. The Rangers would be nowhere near where they are now without him, because Shesterkin has not been great. Like I said, he set the bar high, and I know it's hard to live up to that, but he has not been great this year. And he seems to, when he gives up 2 or 3 goals, he just gets down on himself, and then he lets up a couple easy ones, and the games get out of hand. Anytime the game has gotten out of hand this year against the Rangers, it's been Shesterkin in goal. Now, the Rangers, we know that they're good on special teams. We know that if they struggle anywhere, it's on 5-on-5. And tonight they were excellent on special teams. They killed off 3 Colorado power plays, And Colorado really never got a good scoring chance on the power plays. There was maybe one in the first period where they got a good chance, and Quick was right there to make the save. Now, when it was even strength, Colorado played better than the Rangers. Except for this stretch where the Rangers scored in the third period. Rangers had about a 6 or 7 minute stretch in that third period where they were really putting the pressure on. Colorado seemed to just be hanging on, playing. They were trying to win 1-0. The Rangers just got pressure and pressure. You could feel the goal coming, and that's when Panarin tied it. And then it went all the way into overtime. Rangers almost won it in the regulation. And then the 3-on-3 overtime, anything could happen. And Lafreniere had a good shot. And listen, it's good for Lafreniere to get him going. He's playing better. He's kind of getting into some better luck. It's not that he was playing bad. It's just the puck wasn't going in the net for him for a while. And it was a long time. And it was frustrating. And it was frustrating for the fans. And it was frustrating for him. You could see it. He now has 13 goals. The tide seems to be turning. The pucks that were hitting the post or being stopped with great saves by goaltenders around the league are now going in the back of the net. And this is a big goal for him, and it's a big win for this team, and it's the way you want to start the second half. Like I said, 32 games left. And every one of them is going to be important because Carolina's coming. Carolina's a good hockey team. They're probably the best. Before the season, I thought they were the best team in the division. They won the division last year, and it's not going to be easy. The Rangers are going to have to hold them off. And tonight was a good start for this team. Jonathan Quick again. They come back Wednesday night. They got Tampa at the Garden, and then on Friday night, they got in Chicago. Those are 2 winnable games, especially the Chicago one. Chicago's a young team. They're no good. They're rebuilding. Win these next 2 games, get yourself a little more cushion. Hope that Carolina drops 1 or 2. Get that 6, 7, 8 point cushion back, and you'll be all right. But it's going to be a race down the stretch for this team. The Rangers are not running away with this division. Carolina's going to be there till the end. And as far as the Western Conference goes, tonight, God willing, tonight could be a preview of a Stanley Cup final. And if we have to sit through 7 games like this, I don't know if I'm going to make it. But a good win for the Rangers tonight. They come out of the All-Star break. They get a good win, 2-1 in overtime. Panarin with his 31st ties it midway through the third period. And Lafreniere with his 13th wins it. Back to work Wednesday night at the Garden against Tampa Bay. Rangers win tonight 2-1.